Phasmophobia is a terrifying game on a regular day, but during Halloween, not even the lobby is safe. On October 31st, the basketball hoop suddenly had glowing text around it. 666. Players analyzed this and noticed it was hinting at a score they needed to reach. At first, they thought nothing changed until they looked down. Now footsteps were slowly appearing, leading us straight to the demon that was taunting us the whole time. This is just one of the creepiest Halloween Easter eggs in games, because even large YouTubers like PewDiePie can't escape from Halloween terrors. While playing Outlast 2, he realized Freddy Krueger was stalking him from the shadows.
Whoa, what the
This surprised him so much, he didn't even have time to register who it was. Although, while this character is secretly inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street, he uses a machete to attack you instead of the famous knife claws. One of the creepiest secrets took GTA 5 players by total surprise. Players were exploring online free roam like any regular day, until they checked the date. It was Halloween, and that's when they noticed someone or something was following them. This wasn't another player. In fact, when they looked inside the car, no one was driving. While most players were creeped out, others realized that this was a hidden reference to the Stephen King novel Christine, with the possessed car being identical. Over in Nightmare House 2, most players are distracted by the horrors around every corner, so anyone would simply walk past this power generator. Yet, for those who spammed the red button, they had no idea what was about to appear behind them. Probably the last place you'd expect to find a Halloween Easter egg is in Farming Simulator. This game is all about living the simple life of a farmer. Yet on October 31st, people woke up and noticed the town's citizens were acting strange. Although you'd expect them to be making zombie sounds, it felt even weirder because they still acted like normal pedestrians.
Hello.
As for Rocket League, the last thing on somebody's mind is what's outside the map. You can usually see everything from the arena, yet when the Farmstead map got a Halloween update, some keen-eyed players decided to fly out of bounds. At first, there wasn't much to explore, until they free-cammed super far out and noticed a strange light. Getting even closer, it became obvious what they were looking at. Turns out this was happening in the background of matches, and 99% of players could never even see it. But one of the most terrifying Easter eggs is hiding in Fallout 4. There's a building that seems relatively innocent, until you walk in. After typing in the combination, you'll slowly realize that this is a maze, and a deadly one at that. Each turn is full of corpses, heads on a stake, and traps, all designed to scare and even kill you. It's one of the creepiest locations in Fallout, fully inspired by the Saw franchise. From writings on the wall to puzzles you need to solve, they clearly love Jigsaw's work. And that's before you even find this room. A lesser-known game is Brazilian Root. At one point, you come across a waterfall, and every like-minded player knows you always check these for secrets. Except no one was expecting to find a famous serial killer's remains. But I think it's time for a quick break from the creepiness, so we can appreciate some of the best Halloween secrets that ended up being lighthearted. Over in Fallout 4, you can play the entire game without hearing the word Halloween anywhere, unless you're lucky enough to visit Diamond City on October 31st. If the in-game date matches the holiday, then the entire town celebrates. Decorations and pumpkins are everywhere, and you even get exclusive NPC dialogue.
Today's Halloween, but do we get treats? No, it's all tricks all day.
One of my favorite Easter eggs is in Team Fortress 2, and it can only be found on Halloween. There's an item in the game called the Grand Duchess, basically just a fairy costume for the Heavy. For some reason, though, you can only wear this on Halloween or during a full moon. And when you do equip it, a hilarious secret appears. The Heavy decides to roast My Little Pony.
Everyone, friendship is stupid magic.
DCS is an incredibly realistic game if you're into dogfighting and flying military jets. But if you're preparing for a launch on Halloween, this is when things turn supernatural. Not only will your HUD be extra bright and green, but your flight crew have all transformed into skeletons. If you're a FIFA player, you probably miss the glory days. Especially when EA would still have fun with the franchise, like when they added an Easter egg that only appeared on Halloween. Unfortunately, this never happens anymore. But if you played the game on October 31st, the commentators knew.
Well, the ghosties and the ghoulies might be out, but also out are the footballers on Halloween.
It's Halloween, time for delicious treats, big spooks, and hopefully some great football action.
As for iconic Halloween characters, when Jason Voorhees landed in Multiverses, it was full of references. Like how his sleeping bag attack is taken from a crazy scene in the films. Then, his dodge move is pretty subtle, yet it's a reference to the time he fought Freddy Krueger. But one of the most famous Halloween Easter eggs is, of course, in Minecraft. Every single year on this day only, the menu says, "Ooh, spooky." And if you log in, all the classic mobs have a chance of spawning with pumpkins on their heads. I personally love the way Five Nights at Freddy's celebrated the holiday in 2015. To tease the release of their upcoming Halloween update, the creator changed his website to show this image. It was the Nightmare Marionette behind a Freddy plush. But while most fans were distracted with this teaser, they missed the other Easter egg. When saving the image, it was called don'twakethebaby.jpg, a callback to a famous Markiplier moment.
Don't wake the baby. Don't wake the baby. Don't wake yourself.
You feel lightened up? Good. Things are about to get unsettling again. To celebrate Halloween this year, Mortal Kombat released Ghostface as a playable fighter. He's already a terrifying slasher, but when you become the victim of his fatality, a gruesome secret is revealed.
No!
Of course, it's revealed that Ghostface is not one, but two people, just like the plot twist in the original movie. He seems to torment everyone, including players in Call of Duty Warzone. A couple years ago, Halloween came around and the developers dropped a surprise update. Suddenly, the Battle Royale was interrupted with mysterious phones ringing on the map.
Camping will only keep you alive for so long. Ring, ring, I can see you. How about you stop around with phones and play the game?
A lesser-known secret is when Minecraft players realized they could add a name tag to anything, including a Vindicator. They experimented with a few names before realizing that one of them had a terrifying side effect. If you call him Johnny, he will become a chaotic serial killer, going after every living creature in the area, even slaughtering his own town. Of course, it's a reference to...
Here's Johnny!
And when Fortnite players began exploring a new update, it was meant to be themed around Marvel, a lighthearted season with nothing out of the ordinary. Except, that's when they entered the creepy abandoned attic in the castle. As they approached a light in the distance, they noticed it was emanating from a TV. PT might be one of the scariest games ever made, but there was a secret which players didn't find until years after it was cancelled. Hackers managed to glitch the game and sneak out of bounds, not expecting much to happen, but instead of finding unreleased content, they found their punishment instead. Those were Halloween Easter eggs in video games. This has been Tyler, and keep it here on T5.